Seems like almost the entire country has had an unusually cold, gray, rainy, miserable spring so far, but today the sun is shining and we're going to take the first step and probably the most important step when it comes to having a thick, green, beautiful lawn. Let's go. All right, it's the first mow of the season. I'm always a little nervous firing the machine up for the first time of the year, so wish me luck. Here we go. Let's go! Before I get to mowing, there's one consistent issue I have to deal with all the time, where if I don't take care of it, I'm gonna leave little mud patties all over my lawn, and that's what's called worm castings. So one thing I've figured out with the worm castings is if I use my lawn leveling rake before I mow to knock down those worm castings, it gives me the best opportunity to get a nice, crisp, clean cut. So I'm gonna get my leveling rake out right now, take care of some worm castings, then it's time to mow. It was something in the air. I've been waiting all winter time for that. As I've mentioned many times in my videos, you gotta be patient in the spring. I haven't put down any fertilizer or anything yet. And as I mentioned before, that most important step that you wanna take this spring is to start cutting your grass, especially with a sharp blade, and just clip off the tip. As my buddy Justin the Lawn Whisperer says, just give it a little tip job. That's gonna change the chemistry and the biology within that grass plant. It's gonna tell it to start waking up, and it's gonna turn beautiful, thick, green carpet like you see behind me. Oh, look at that. I love it. The grass is so thick that weed seeds can come onto here, but they're not gonna be able to get down to the soil because it's so thick. And when you cut frequently, at least once or twice a week, when you do that, the grass starts to grow laterally. It grows out wide instead of just focusing on vertical top growth. And everything gets really thick, or you're not gonna need to use weed killers. And honestly, if you're like me, you enjoy mowing. There's many people who probably hate that chore, but I find it therapeutic. That mow I just did today, I've got my mower set at a 1/2 inch, which is incredibly low. And if you're planning on doing this in your lawn, don't just go out with your rotary mower and hack your grass down, because it's gonna look terrible. You have to train your grass to be cut short like this. But if you have longer grass, just getting out and starting to mow in the spring, clipping off the tip of the grass blade is the best thing you can do for the overall health of your grass. My lawn has never looked this good in the springtime. A lot of that comes down to the fertilization that I did in the fall. I put down that chicken poo, my dormant feed, and everything is just greening up faster than everything else in the neighborhood. Like, as somebody who makes videos giving ideas and tips on how to make your grass look nice, I like to be able to back it up with what you see behind me. If you're somebody who's looking to get out and get the best lawn that you've ever had, it all starts with mowing. That's the most important thing you can do over fertilizing, over anything else. If you can get on a good schedule of cutting your grass at least once or twice a week, preferably twice, or even more if you're like me, your grass is going to start to thrive, thicken up, and look absolutely beautiful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.